Not at the present moment. Hopefully everything's working properly from what I'm seeing, except for unimportant stuff. See?
Good Thursday morning. Welcome to Drive Time, the best, worst show ever. I'll wake up away from the weekend. Mark the Shark on the ones and the twos. Good morning, Hot Rod, Wendy Williamson, Billy Jean's in. Good morning to you. Good morning, Earl. Diane's in. Good morning, Diane. Sweet Sarah. Good morning, Sarah. I see Johnny Sims in. Good morning to you, sir. Kim Williams, the girls of 87, fresh off a beach trip. Good morning, Kim. Timmy Wiggins, good morning to you, and good morning, Kenwood.
Morning, DJ. Looks like the pictures I saw posted, looks like the girls 87 had a big time.
They've held up well. Hoping they'll go back again this weekend.
Wait a minute now. Anything you want to tell us?
No.
Did you participate in any of the festivities?
I did not, but I'll try to find out next time they're going down.
So you gonna find out what reservation times and stuff they got, and just happen to run into one of them or two of them somewhere.
Try to be the bellhop. And check in. Morning, Chief Stanton.
What room did you say, man? Leave a little calling card there.
Yeah.
No, I look there. Wayner said they had a big time, a real big time.
Concierge services available.
DJ said it'd been bigger had there been some sort of red involved. Oh man. Yeah, that'd be something. Morning, morning, Timmy Wiggins. Let's see. Timmy said, gonna make a mixtape.
Never know. Done it before.
That worked out. That worked out well, didn't it? I mean, honestly, you did learn that forever doesn't mean that. I mean, that's been your theme about that whole deal.
I got educated.
Quick.
Yep.
What'd you say, second hall?
That was a 1 hour life credit to put on the old
transcript.
Transcript, yep. Life sciences.
A 1 hour life credit.
Yep.
Did that help you with them? Any of those minors?
It certainly told me what not to do moving forward.
So have you heard a professor or anybody ever use the term forever?
Yeah.
You knew good and well that this was a BS class. Is that what you said?
I just knew there was going to be a discussion. Depends on how one defines that.
Yeah, well, no joke, man. Eric Bailey.
Good morning, Eric.
There he is. Everybody's favorite drummer. That joker can play some drums. You hear me?
Councilman Eric Bailey.
Yes, that's right. Congratulations there, Eric. Let's see here. So, how was your last couple of days?
Been busy.
Ooh,
I've been out of town, been out of pocket.
me too.
I'll be going again today and then get back for a council meeting tonight and one more trip tomorrow and call it a wrap.
Y'all, you back down on the coast? Is that where you've been?
No, I've up in central Alabama the last couple of days.
Well, I'll tell you what then, you've been getting some rain, hadn't you?
Got a little bit, yeah.
I'll tell you, it started raining so hard. What was it? Yesterday? Yeah. I mean, there were people driving 40 miles an hour on the interstate.
Yeah.
I mean, it was getting with it now. Let's see here. Good morning, Sherry Weaver. OG in the house. So big weekend there he is. Ace, good morning, sir. Big weekend coming up?
Nope. Not for me.
Well, so I got a burning question that I've had a lot. I mean, this thing has almost took on the same kind of life that Who Shot JR has or did. Okay. And that is the great banquet CPP caper or lack of 2024.
Well, I was in there yesterday, and we now have 14 cases down. It went from 4 to 14. The frozen food section.
So they have 14 of them.
Contiguous. They're out.
Freezers.
Yep.
Gone.
They're there. They're not working.
Oh, so they're all down.
Not all of them. 14 of them.
Oh, so you got 4 that's working.
It's probably more like 6.
Okay. So what you're saying is there doesn't look like there's any sort of a over the rainbow pot of gold ending to this deal.
I don't know what the plan is. I can't. I inquired yesterday. Didn't get information that I felt I could bank on. It's just
you need to bank on a banquet.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
It's just I don't know. I just went and looked at the candles for a little while.
Okay, so can I? Let me ask you this question: If
I did see where Earl got 2 yesterday, the East Bruton DG had them.
Well, okay, so that's what I was going to say. You've given it enough time.
Mm-hmm.
Have you not?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think maybe you're going to have to travel a little bit outside of that corridor to?
Well, as luck would have it, my work takes me to Jay this morning. So I'll be in there today.
Oh, so
assuming they have them, assuming hopefully Earl didn't get the last 2. Now let me say this: I was at IG Pick and Save Monday.
Yeah.
And of course, all the beef pot pies you want, which I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole.
I'm with you.
They had chicken pot pie, but it also had broccoli in it. It said CPP with broccoli. And there was 2 left. When I saw them, I got pretty excited. But I could tell there was something that's not quite right about the box, the lettering on the box. And they were banquets. And it had the broccoli, so I couldn't get them.
That's not you.
No.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I will be by the East Bruton DG today and hopefully pick up a couple on the return trip.
So let me ask you a question. To keep from having to go back over there, would you buy more than 2 at a time?
Not, no.
So it doesn't,
especially going in the weekend. No.
So it doesn't matter where you have to or where you end up getting them from. You are not going to buy more than 2 at a time.
No, that would be stupid, in my opinion. Good morning, Miss McKenzie. She's my 4th grade teacher.
Wait, but to stock up on them, you figure that's their job?
No,
I'm saying you figure that's their job to stock up on them and have for you to come get 2 at a time.
Well, I don't know if it's their. I don't. I can't tell them it's their job to stock up on them. I'm just not going to buy more than 2 at a time.
No, what I mean is, I'm saying at a retail store, that would be their job, is to have the shelves with what items you are looking to buy. So if they are stocking them, it doesn't matter if there's 1 or 1,000. You're only going to buy 2 at a time.
Yeah, but that has to do with my estate. I'm only getting 2 at a time. I don't expect them to house product they can't move. I don't know how many CPPs they move in a week's time, in a month's time. It makes it worth their while to have them. My DG chose to have them for a long period of time, long enough to get me hooked on them.
Listen.
And long enough to
So
they got me.
My question to that is, let me tell you how. Not a question. This is when I knew that they had you, and it's when you said that you stood there looking at those lukewarm boxes of CPPs.
Yeah, I still bought them. It was soup. Yeah. Still bought them.
I mean, listen, man, you got a daggum tummy of steel, don't you?
Picked up the box and it's collapsed. And I still went and bought them. I knew every step to the register that they were going to be unedible. And I still bought them.
And they were unedible.
Yeah.
I mean,
I poured them down the sink.
But please, I was about to say, please tell us that you didn't eat
No,
those
there was
things.
you couldn't. I mean, it was broth. It was nothing. It was.
Good morning, Miss Gail.
Yeah, that was. There was no coming back from that.
Lord, Earl said they had some delivery truck yesterday, so maybe they'll have some.
They're gonna get a chance to sell 2 today.
JP the coach.
Morning, Coach.
Good morning, Coach. Raj, Capman.
Morning, Raj.
Raj in. Good morning, Miss Sandy Townsend.
We have a birthday today. I saw seeing Sandy in here. Holly's birthday's today.
Well,
Happy birthday! So many cool, nice girls at Tier Middle High School when I was there. I'm assuming it's been that way since forever. But Holly could have been the sweetest. I mean, she was just she is one of the sweetest people in this world. Is she not? And you know, Halsey?
I know. I was about to say, I know where you was about to say. You said the same thing everybody did. Like,
Holly? Man, an angel.
Listen.
Holly Halsey's an angel. Always has been. Since I've known her.
Oh.
It's been 40 years.
She is. Yes. I mean.
45 years.
One of the sweetest people ever. Okay. But listen, that's just a classic case of opposites attract. Yeah. I mean, would you say that? I'm not saying Jerry's not a nice guy. Ain't what I'm saying. I'm just saying Halsey's Halsey.
I tell you what, my teammate just came in, former teammate, Robert Earl.
I see it, Robert Earl.
And Robert Earl.
Good morning, Miss Janie.
Robert Earl remembers well what happened in Orville, Alabama at Keith High School. We were on the same team. And I posted a picture of it on the Drive Time page. You know, what would you do if you walked into the gym and you saw the other team the opposing team warmed up like this? Well, I've seen it. I've absolutely seen it. Robert Earl's the only one we had on our team that could have been on their team.
Really?
Yeah.
So he was able to go out there and hold his own.
He got his. Yeah, he got his.
Yeah.
But that thing got away quick.
Listen, when you told me that they came out to basketball by Curtis Blow, I knew immediately y'all were in trouble.
Yeah.
You had to know y'all were in trouble because you said that
it was
the NBA grade was on the team.
It was 6-6, and then it was 32-6, and then it was 58-12, and then it was 86-17. And
so there was no mercy rule back then.
No.
I mean, could you? And y'all wouldn't have thrown in the towel.
No
matter what.
We were wearing the TR middle crest.
That's what I mean.
So
you weren't going to do that.
No.
But I'm saying there was no 10 run or 20 point or something.
I've said it here before. When the student body came out and started high-fiving me, I wanted to leave. And that was in the second quarter.
But listen, they were so proud of you for being out there and just hanging in there, wasn't they?
Yeah, they were having a good time at my expense.
Aren't you got no video of that stuff from back then?
I want to say after he dunked on me, the ball came down and bounced on my head twice. And I'm sitting there thinking, what just happened? I mean, he went up and kept going up and kept going up.
He was a bad man.
Larry Rembrandt was a bad man.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, he was a bad man. No, I look, I can tell you right now that, like I said, if you gonna stroll out on a court
Yeah.
to that song,
Yeah.
because I mean that song, he's talking about all the greats.
Yeah, they were real.
So obviously they had it in them to know what they were about to do. I'm assuming they won the state championship that year.
Yeah.
Keith High School.
Keith High School in Orville, Alabama.
I went through Orville over the weekend.
Yeah.
Listen, I just loved to have been in the bleachers
Ooh.
when that song came on. They're playing
Well, you would have had to gotten there at 3:15.
Oh,
there
it was
room.
packed.
Oh yeah.
So standing room only.
They go straight from sixth period to get us a seat in the gym to have a seat for the 7 o'clock tip off.
So it's standing room.
Oh yeah.
So okay,
Yeah.
was this every game like that, or just
I'm
the game
assuming it
against
was every
Miller?
game. No, I'm assuming it was every game. Like they're big basketball school, big basketball community, pretty big sports community. But no, they that's what they do. They go to basketball games.
Yeah. So my question was was there some sort of rivalry between Miller or was
this is a
this just
playoff
happened to be
game.
a
We
that's what I'm saying.
we drew the
Because I
short
don't
straw.
remember hearing that
No.
name a lot.
We drew them in the drew the short straw and got them in the second round of the playoffs.
It
I
didn't
think.
need them in any rounds. What you're saying?
No.
So
No.
are you telling me they could have played with the classifications probably 2 above them and done pretty well?
Yeah, if Larry Rembert played, they could have played the Boston Celtics and had a shot. I'm not telling you they would have beat them, but they'd have had a shot.
So are you telling me that well, basically what I'm hearing, you kind of felt like those other teams in the Olympics when they were watching the Dream Team warming up?
Yeah, it was.
Could you imagine be like, just name a country, like Latvia or something. Could you imagine being sitting over there thinking, okay, the shortest person on our team is 6'8".
Yeah.
Okay. And like we have dominated everybody we've played.
Yeah.
But out there warming up right now is a team that's drumming teams by 60.
We were Guam. Okay? We were Guam.
And they were the Dream Team.
And I had to carry the flag in.
Good morning, Miss Peggy Miller.
Morning, Peggy.
Good
morning, Miss C.
Yes. I'll tell you, that always makes me laugh simply because, number one, I have no doubt that the student body was in love with some DJ before it was over. Because I'm sure that, like you said, I mean, by the time it was over, you done took such a beat. They was on your side.
Yeah, it was bad.
I mean, when the score's that bad, they got to start rooting for the other team, don't
they? It was bad.
So
it was bad.
So next question. And I haven't seen, so that's why I'm asking. Has Juju signed yet or not?
And we're off the Juju train.
We are.
Yeah, we.
So I don't.
Yeah.
So what happened?
That ship has sailed. I think we wouldn't have gone. I think that we were going to go up to 1.3, and he dug his heels in. He wants the 1.5.
So you're happy again.
I'm ecstatic.
You feel better.
Yeah, I don't mind paying $1 million to a 17-year-old kid, but I refuse to pay 1.5.
Well, just not that 17-year-old kid. What was it? He rubbed you the wrong way when he got that parking spot up there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Is that what kind of like started it?
Well, yeah.
I mean, that among some other crap. But I'm saying, ain't that kind of what got you going?
Yeah.
Then you loved it when he got his truck sold?
Yep.
Is he still hanging in there getting that $10,000 a month from USC?
Oh, yeah. The first of the month. He's got a payday coming next week.
I'll tell you what, man.
Another $10K next week.
Is he that shrewd of a businessman, or has he got a good agent?
Probably both.
I mean, so I'm assuming now that these players are able to get paid. I've been meaning to ask you this question. Is a high school player eligible to have an agent?
Sure.
I mean, so now all that
a handler, they call it. They use a different word.
They don't call it an agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so now that's all like legit, out and open, legit.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured it was.
Yeah.
I just didn't, I knew that was a big thing, in college where you couldn't even talk to an agent and that kind of thing. But now all that's done.
Oh yeah, that's done.
So you fit and touch on this. I want to get on to something a little bigger than this, obviously. But what's your thoughts on the Auburn football program?
I think they're going to be pretty good. Feeling pretty good about it. I'm anxious to see what Whopper thinks about them.
The running back that got shot.
Yeah.
Is he? I mean, I
think
saw where he was.
He has a long road, but I think he is making some progress.
I saw that. I was going to say I did see where he seemed like he was getting better, but they said he had a long way to go. He's not playing football anymore.
He'll never play football again,
right?
But
right.
You certainly hope that he gets back and can have
some sort of normal
quality life. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's great. Though. I mean, because I'm going to tell you that was apparently it was a terrible thing, that happened. So, let's see. Good morning, Cheyenne. Let's see. Who was it there? Oh, that was Robert Earl laughing. Yeah, listen, I wish there was video. That's all I'm going to say. Auburn coach is posting they going to whoop Bama's exterior.
It could.
Well, look, little trash talk ain't never hurt anybody.
Oh, no.
So, I'm going to completely switch gears on you. I know we talked about this the last several weeks. We live in historic times. I mean, we've never seen anything ever in our country like what's going on right now. And I don't mean that, I'm talking about just historically, okay? I'm not trying to get into politics. Let me make that real clear. I'm not trying to get into politics of anybody or anything. My point being, you're a history buff. Would you say that's correct?
I like history.
Yeah. So, can you remember a time? I've been trying to look, and I have. You ever remember a time where we've had just kind of chaos with the whole political party thing? I mean, look, because like right now with the president not going to run, I mean, everything you see and hear, this is like never happened. And, they're talking about all these things that could happen at this convention and all this and all that. But I'm just asking you from a standpoint of history-wise, do you ever remember a time or that our nation's political structure was so... I mean, we go from 2 weeks ago to assassination attempt to, this week, our president decides he's not going to run, and things are just crazy.
Not stable.
No,
at all. Good morning, Hank.
No, not at all. And look, and I'll say this again. I'm not talking about who you pull for. I'm talking about the fact of it. My question is this, and I'm saying this from someone who was in the military. Who's running our country? And that is I don't care politically. I'm saying who's pulling the strings. You see what I'm saying? I mean, like, I don't care about the R's and the D's and the I's and all that. I don't care about that. Who's running the show?
The same 1% that's always run it.
Yeah, right. But I'm saying when the president is the one that has this case that has these codes in it, there's not supposed to be anybody else that has that. And that concerns me. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, and I'm telling you this from personal experience, I don't believe President Biden is in the situation to do anything except what he may be told to do. And that is a sad, sad situation, and I've dealt with it. I'm dealing with it twice, the second time right now. So I hate to see that, but I'm telling you from a military, like somebody's in the military, you got your commander-in-chief is the president. And I worry that we have all these other countries in the world watching all this right now, and they may say, hey, right now's the time to do whatever. And, we don't obviously need that to happen, but I was just curious what your thoughts were on all of this, being that you are, I say, a history buff, like you said. I know you like and are a student of history.
I've never thought the person that sat in the seat was the decision maker anyway. I think you do have good, quote, face guys that have sat there, polished people that can deliver the message and carry on the charade, but I've never thought the person that sat in the seat was pushing the buttons.
So you think that's more of a figurehead? Or you think they have some say in
They certainly have say.
Yeah.
I'm not calling them a complete puppet.
Right.
But it's those guys who don't have term limits
Yes.
who are pushing the buttons.
All right, well, let me ask you this.
If a president wants to sit there for 2 terms, which most of them I think probably aspire to do so,
Right.
they're going to do what they're told.
Let me ask you this, because you brought up a good point in talking about the term limits and things, and I'm assuming you're talking about Congress. But what about take out the president, take out Congress? What about these unelected? They call them bureaucrats. I mean, if you don't elect someone, do you feel okay with them making decisions on your behalf if you didn't elect them to be there? And I don't care about the politics of it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about just making decisions.
What's the question?
Well, okay, let me ask you this, but put it another way. Let's talk about it like on a city council level. If the city council was appointed instead of elected on, okay, and the mayor, okay, let's say that was appointed. Say you had a whatever, and that's a committee or whatever, that's how it was done. If you didn't have any say in who these leaders or officials are, if you did have say, like if you were the ones making all these decisions, but no one elected you, okay, like do you feel like you have the same power to do those kind of things as if you were elected? Because the Supreme Court's just ruled that these ABC departments in the federal government do not have that authority, like they have had. So that's the only reason I'm curious as to what your opinion is on that.
I'm not completely understanding your question, but I'll say this, and this will encapsulate all of it. If you want to fix 90% of the issues and problems in this country, just put term limits on everybody.
I agree with you.
Supreme Court justices, senators, representatives, put them on everybody, and it'll redirect most of it. Won't fix all of it.
But that's your elected people.
Right.
I'm talking about
no, because if you have term limits, then they don't get bought by these people behind the curtain.
I'm with you.
These special action.
But I'm saying, what about all these people that just good, hardworking people that work every day for these
who
elected
you talking about?
people?
All right, who you talking about?
I'm talking about, okay, take the run-of-the-mill people just use the Department of Justice.
Okay.
All right, you got an elected guy up there.
You got, when you said, when you're talking about their senator? Who
okay,
you calling the elected guy?
So Joe Biden appointed Merrick Garland.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Senate approved him.
Okay. Sure.
That's legit. Okay.
Cabinet members.
Yes.
Okay.
But what's happening and what's been happening, not just with this administration, forever, okay, is most of the people that get elected or appointed and put in these places aren't the ones actually calling the shots. It's people 4 and 5 and 6 layers underneath them. And what my point being is this: do you think that since the Supreme Court came out with that ruling that they can't make those kind of decisions anymore, you think that'll help at all?
Zero. How do you prove who makes a decision?
I agree with that. I'm saying when a department comes out, say the DOJ comes out with this.
It'll serve no purpose.
You don't think it'll work? So in your mind, term limits is, and when you say term limit, you're talking about only even people that work in the government or just elected people?
Elected officials.
Yeah, I got you.
Term limits.
Got you.
They're bought and paid for across the board. They have the net worth to prove it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, how do you go in office? I think you said this. How do you go in office and have maybe $20 in the bank, and you come out 8 years later and you're worth $14 million? Yeah. And listen, and the sad thing is that I believe the president ought to be the highest paid job in the federal government. Don't you?
It would make sense to me.
Don't that make just common sense? I couldn't believe when they come out and said that whatever that guy's that was the head of the infectious disease thing, that he made more money than anybody in the federal government. How does that happen? I mean, man, I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you something I saw, and this is not shifting gears completely. It still has to do with kind of governmental stuff, but not really.
Morning,
and I didn't know this.
Miss Evelyn,
I didn't know
to you.
this was a real thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was watching a little documentary on one of the channels, and there's this stolen valor. I'd never really heard of it, and I didn't know that it was as rampant as it obviously is. But for those that may have been as clueless as me, there are people who portray themselves as veterans, oftentimes decorated veterans,
highly decorated,
that walk around and I don't know if they want the prestige or they're looking for the discounts at some of the stores that these people offer our vets. But I didn't know that was a real deal. And for the life of me, like, I can't understand. I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole. There's a lot of things that go on that I don't understand. I don't understand how a biological male wants to go use the restroom in a girl's bathroom. I can't understand that. Like, I can't get to the point of how that you would think it was unfair if you weren't allowed to do it or if you were asked not to do it. But I can't for the life of me understand why somebody would want to portray themselves as a veteran. Is it just the good feeling, the pat on the back they're looking for?
Let me tell you,
the community.
So most of there's a lot of YouTube channels out there dedicated to this, like exposing this stolen valor.
Yeah.
Okay. And a lot of these people, when they get confronted with the reality of who they are and who they aren't, a lot of them try to hold on as long as they can. But the problem with that is that when you're standing up there wearing all these like ribbons, okay, and you wearing all these medals and you wearing all these crests and all this stuff, and you don't know that an airborne crest goes above or below an air assault crest, and you don't know that a combat infantry badge goes here, and you don't know that, and the first person, and then you want to sit up there and start telling people about what regiment or what battalion, company, and all this, and the first person sitting out there that knows different, that was in the military, they're coming to you, and they're going to say. But what they get, you talking about what these people get out of it. These are a lot of these people that do it, from what I've seen, are people that might have made it in the military 3 months and got kicked out, want to be cops, want to be some sort of authority type figure, and for people to look at them and listen to them. You got people that go buy these uniforms, DJ, show up like they're 4-star admirals.
Oh, there was one guy, and they never said how old he was. He appeared to be a young guy. You know, if I was being asked to guess how old he was, I would say he was 28 to 35. And he had everything you can think of. I'm quite certain that I saw a bear, a coyote, and a wolf patch on there. In addition to 2 Purple Hearts and a Silver Star and a Bronze Star. I mean, he had everything. And somebody in the service called him out and was questioning, you know, the order in which it was aligned on his uniform and
That's right.
the measure and all this type stuff. And the guy, he started stuttering, he started mumbling, but he wouldn't let it go.
Yep.
He just kept coming back, and he said,
They hold on to it.
He said, I also need to let you know that I'm an MP. He was fixing to, he flipped the script. He was fixing to threaten to arrest this guy. And the guy said, where's your MP badge? He said, give me 1 second. I'm going to go get it.
Yeah. And he disappeared.
He disappeared.
Yeah, sure he did. Because, you know, here's the thing. And you're right. Like, you'll have some of these people do this. You'll see them in malls.
Yeah.
That like, they're doing it for the discount. They'll go buy a BDU. That's what they call your uniform. And they'll go buy one, the boots, hat, and everything. and they'll put them some little private rank on them or something, and they'll go in these stores because they know all these stores will give them a discount without having to show an ID if they got the uniform on.
Well, one of these guys had on evidently it was not a regulation footwear, the boot or whatever you're supposed to have on. He had on something that looked more like it wasn't a high top tennis shoe, but it didn't look like a boot. It was more of a casual wear thing. And the guy explained that he was in the special services and they had to run faster. And so they were given a different shoe to allow them to run faster in the field. And the guy who was in the military looked at him and like, he's getting amped up. I mean, these
don't tell me he should.
He's getting amped up.
Some of the guy that was in the military.
Yeah.
He's
look, getting amped up.
That guy's lucky that guy in the military didn't jump on him.
Well, it was, but I didn't know that was such a thing. I didn't know it was as widespread as it appeared to be watching this show. Like I'd never really heard of it.
I can tell you 3 news agencies, major networks, okay?
Yeah.
3 different ones, and I'm not talking about like small time, okay, that all had different military people on their shows to speak about things at different times, and 3 of these networks all had 3 different people that had never even been in the military, but yet they were, one of them was apparently a 4-star general, the other one was a full bird colonel, and the other one I think was a 2 or 3-star admiral, and all 3 of them got exposed. I mean, here's the thing: if you're gonna do that, why in the heck are you going on TV to the masses? Because somebody's gonna see you that knows you, because that idiot didn't do that. But I'm gonna tell you what, I think if they ever caught him on a military base, they would. But I think they ought to throw every one of them in jail.
I don't have a problem with that.
I think they should.
Good morning, Wanda. Ruth Draper's in. She's my classmate. Good morning, classmate.
What gets me is when you see these people that are up there and they've got medals on, they have no idea what they are, and one of them will be a fake Congressional Medal of Honor that they're wearing around their neck, and they have no idea what that is. And do you know how many people that are alive that ever win the Congressional Medal of Honor? Not many. You know what I mean?
I just would have thought, I know there's not a ton of things, a ton of issues that transcend political lines, but I'd have thought that respect for the military would have been one. That it doesn't matter where you go to church, no matter how you worship, no matter how you vote. The military is the military, and that's sacred. It is. I thought that would have been universal, and it's not.
It's not. No. I'll tell you this. Respect for the military is an all-time low.
That's just, I can't comprehend.
I'll tell you this, the Army is off recruiting-wise, I think somewhere around the 20 to 30% range. I mean, you're talking about like they've lowered standards for ASVAB scores and PT tests and things of that nature. And I mean, let's be honest. When you constantly see things like you're talking about, this stolen valor, like when you see things like that, to me, and that's why people hate it so much. It cheapens what a real veteran did. I mean, walk up to one of them old school Vietnam vets and be all dressed up like that and start telling about how you served in Vietnam. I hope you're telling the truth. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, they went through it. Hey, walk up one of them Afghan vets, our Iraqi vets, any of them. They'll tell you. I mean, they don't like it at all. Let's see here. Hot Rod said he was a full bird. Yeah, well, no, I mean, if you get on YouTube, DJ, there you can watch. There's so much of that stuff. And I tell you what people really love being is they love being Navy SEALs. Everybody and their brother seems to be a Navy SEAL right up until they're not. I don't know why it's that one. Maybe it's because they think that, SEALs didn't used to talk a lot, but that ain't the case anymore. So, But no, I was just, my whole thing about what I was talking about was we're just in a situation right now that we have never been in. And I take that back. I do think we've had a couple presidents that were, maybe not in great health, but like you said, if it is what it is, as far as you think that one person ain't making all those calls anyway, then I get it. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's why you get teams and cabinets and all that. So, anyway, what you got on the agenda? I know you said you had to go out of town today and tomorrow, and anything. I know you said you were going to lay low the weekend, but are you going to actually stop in at DG and get you some of them pot pies today?
I'm going to do it today. When I leave here, I'm going to Jay, and on my return trip, I will be stopping by the DG to see if they got my hookup.
Well, I hope they do. I can tell you right now, I know that you're but you've been out of the routine for so long now. Are you a little bit worried that that maybe that getting back on the pot pies might throw you out of the routine you're on now?
No.
So you picked that back up just like it was no problem.
Yep. Yep.
I hear you. Let me see here. I had something. Where is this? I wanted to ask you about.
I want to drop this to the Shark just to file away for future reference. He does a great job of getting us out there and cueing us in and starting it. And this is a personal thing with me. When we go live, I don't like to go live on a prime number of viewers. And today we went live. There was 3. If you don't mind, Shark, wait, let's do it at 2 or do it when it gets to 4. But prime numbers just kind of don't sit well with me.
All right, so that definitely leaves 1 out then, right, too?
So if it's 3 or a 5 or a 7, let's just hold off till we get something that we can divide and multiply easily.
Oh, I don't know if I've heard the term prime number in a long time.
The volume on the TV, I'm never stopping on a prime. Like if it's 17, I'm never stopping on 17, 19, 23. Just can't do it. 29. I think it's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Just get it to 28, get it to 30.
Okay, I got to tell you. So when I was in school, I remember sitting there thinking, what am I ever? I'll never hear this ever again. And it was specifically about prime numbers.
Yeah.
And here it is today. I've not heard that term in a long time.
Yeah.
And you're talking about not starting up on a prime number.
It's not good.
Woo, man, that's something. So have you seen where if you're gonna watch any NBA games much, you're gonna have to subscribe to Amazon.
Yeah,
have you seen that?
I saw that. The TNT, I tell you, that losing that show, I mean that's been almost equal to the game itself. I mean that's going to be weird how that shakes out and what they do for a pregame and postgame.
I was going to ask you what your thoughts were on that. I mean, do you think that's a good move, bad move? I mean,
it's obviously a money move, but it'll be interesting to see what those guys, like Barkley's already said that he's retiring, that he's done.
Yeah,
I'll believe it when I see it.
Me too.
But Ernie, who was the host of the show, he's a lifer with TNT. They're not going to get him. I think Shaq and Kenny could probably be had if you want to keep them together, but it'll be interesting to see who the new Ernie will be, because Ernie's the one that kind of ties that whole thing together, in my opinion.
And you don't think he would go?
Not. No, he's TNT.
Yeah,
he's old school, loyal. He's TNT.
I just know that Bezos has got the money to hang in front. But there again, I mean, what this was about. I mean, didn't they just outbid the TNT?
They gave TNT, and they actually gave them an opportunity to match.
Right.
And they said nope.
Yeah,
we're out.
I mean, but it was some stupid amount of money, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was all stupid.
Yeah. So I was just curious as to what you thought, because I know you love basketball. Are you an Amazon Prime member?
I'm not.
I know sometimes if you're a Prime member, sometimes they'll have some of those games they'll be showing on Amazon Prime that didn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
Now, not all of them, obviously, but anyhow, I'm not worried. I'm thinking that you're about to see a lot more of this kind of thing go to streaming services because, and I know wrestling's not as big as it used to be, but like Monday Night Raw, it moves to Netflix in January.
Okay.
Like off of like broadcast TV.
Mm-hmm.
And they said they're getting away from the PG stuff and going back to the attitude stuff like they had in the 90s.
Okay.
I'm like, well, you better do something because wrestling is terrible now.
I hadn't watched it in a long
I
time.
hadn't either. I can just tell you the last few times I've seen anything of it has been like a clip or something on YouTube. It's just awful. You know what I mean? It's definitely not like the old days. I did see a clip of Hulk Hogan the other night, and man, I don't know how old he is, but he has still got just as much energy as he did back when he used to hit the ring. I know what was that, the early 80s?
Well, I remember watching, he was Terry Boulder in the 70s.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be 70 years old.
Yeah, I was just amazed. He got up there ripping his shirt off and all this stuff. I was like, man, this guy is, but, you know, I mean, when you used to entertaining like that, you get up in front of a crowd, you know, look at a lot of those old school wrestlers like that lose that element and they just fall apart.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's sad, but you know, I guess it's like a drug. You know, that adrenaline rush you get from being up in front of that, you know, the people like that.
Yeah.
Me, I mean, I don't know that I'd get an adrenaline rush much more than. Did you do well with like public speaking? Did you enjoy that?
It
6 1/2 dozen.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't anything I ran to, but I didn't run from it necessarily.
What did you speak on?
I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure I dropped it the first 2 times I signed up for it, but I think when I finally took it and finished it, I remember I think the first little speech that we had to do, it was an impromptu deal. You drew a piece of paper out of the cap or a bucket or something, and you had to speak for 2 or 3 minutes to that topic. And mine was how to bake a cake. The first one I drew was how to make a cake.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't have to drag a gas grill in there and do anything like that?
No.
Well, you probably were able to speak pretty well on how to bake a cake, were you not? I mean,
to that point, I'd never made one, but I got through it.
Oh, so you had never thrown anything like that together?
No.
So you just got up there and winged
I still
it.
never made a cake.
Well, you've eaten plenty of them.
Yeah. I like cake.
But you just don't like to make them.
Never made one.
You're not a baker.
Not a baker.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What was that? I saw something that I've been, what is it? What was the name of this place? That's not it. I had something pulled up and I've lost it. What is this? Eli Gold made that iconic call. Oh, that's what it was. Talking about being in parting ways or what have you. I mean, is he gone?
Yeah.
I mean, like, you don't think he'll come back and do any sort of guest stuff with them or anything? Is he done?
Yeah, I think he's done.
You think everybody up there's about to change?
No, I think the other guys are going to stay in place for the most part. But yeah, he's gone. You know, I don't have this framed up in my mind, but I was thinking the other day when we get a little closer to college football season, if we could get our sponsors to maybe put up a little gift certificate on a weekly deal, but only if a participant wins. Like choose somebody each week to go against Whopper on game predictions. Like, put 10 games out there. And
I like it.
If you have put 10 games out there or something like that, and if you beat the Whopper, you get a $15 gift certificate to one of the eateries that support this program or something.
I like it.
I don't know that we'd ever give any away.
Are you saying Whopper? Well, right now Whopper is. I mean, he's.
You remember the Brooklyn Standard used to do that, and they'd give away they had the little picket stuff.
I do.
And then the winners, they'd put their little picture in the paper and give them but we could bring somebody in split screen and do the picking on the program on Friday, and then come back Monday and you either won or you lost, and if you won, you get a little gift certificate.
Right, listen, I like it. Look, I think
Can't we bring somebody in on screen?
Yeah,
to pick against the Whopper. Yeah,
real easy. All it is, send you a link.
And this is probably too much sugar for a dime, but the way I had it in my mind is like Whopper would already have its picks up there, kind of like a Family Feud, but like a line across it. And then when the person picked, we could reveal who Whopper had. And then see whoever won the most wins the week. It'd be really cool if we had the BK Lounge as a sponsor and could give away a Whopper. But that, you see, you can tell how much thought I give to it.
I was going to say, you have thought about this, man.
When I was driving home, I was thinking, man, if you had the king on board, you could give away a Whopper.
I'm sitting there thinking, man, this guy, you've put a lot of thought in this.
You could give away a Whopper.
Yeah, we need to put some thought into that.
Yeah.
What kind do you suggest that they give away? Check out your screen.
Well, there. Okay, I'm just looking at the comments. Yeah, there you go. Let's don't give them too much run because they're not on board yet. Yeah, there you go. A Halloween Whopper looks pretty inviting. Whopper with cheese. Look at that. We won't be giving that away.
What's that?
That's a cheese Whopper. It's not a Whopper with cheese. Good one, Shark.
Not a Whopper with cheese.
It's a cheese Whopper.
Yeah. Cheese Whopper. Hold up. Let me find this.
That's funny. Did you make that? You just made that? Do it. Yeah, but nice, Shark. How'd you know I was going to talk about that?
Miss Cleo.
That kind of scares me, seriously. Were you in my truck?
Ken has a lot of equipment we found.
That's pretty good.
Good morning, Melanie Lindsay. Sherry says Eli was forced out.
Who was?
Eli Gold
forced out.
says he was forced out. Timmy says, I believe in Whopper. Should be national standard.
We should definitely be the selection.
Yeah. Chief said, I like the Whop. Morning, boss man. The Whop.
Is that the Whop or the Whop?
So you that you've done some, like, really put some thought into that. We need to look into that more.
Yeah.
Now, is this
fun.
Is this going to be just college picks, high school picks?
I don't know.
What are we talking?
No, just picks.
So
we're gonna make it. If we do it, it's gonna be games that could go either way. We're not gonna give them just no brainers.
Yeah,
Tigger Middle playing Satsuma.
Yeah, you're not giving them a lock.
Yeah, no, that's not. You going if you get any right, you're gonna have to give it some thought. Probably get lucky a time or two, and figure it out. But yeah, we'll get us 10 marquee games, high school, college, pro. Put them out there. Bring somebody in on split screen. Have them pick their 10, and reveal who Whopper's already picked, and see how it shakes out. And there may not we may not have a winner all year.
Ken, you said the Flomaton Hurricanes.
F count.
And Whopper said it was going to be
Verbena.
Survey said. Listen, we can make that happen. That'd be fun. Yeah. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Just to have. I hope the first one up would be your pals.
Yeah, well,
because they're not coming just one. It's going to be a team.
Yeah.
So I hope they would be the first.
Now we could.
We'll send 2 links.
Yeah.
Have both of them in on the screen and let them let everybody see their face when they have to read it and weep.
Yeah.
When they lose all 10 matches.
Yep.
I mean, like you said, it'd be luck if they did, because Whopper wasn't it 100% last year? Did Whopper get any wrong?
It was right at it.
It had to be
right at it. Right at it. Yeah.
I mean, it had to be.
It was dialed in for sure.
I'll tell you this. I remember right here.
There's the chief that you got you a sponsor. The chief said he'll put one up every Friday. Put up a Whopper every Friday.
Well,
Chief, you'll never lose one. There it is.
There you go. So book it, Dano.
Book it. We got us a sponsor for a Whopper. I will tell you this: if you go in and you order a Whopper with cheese, you're going to be excluded from anything we do moving forward forever, lifetime ban. Not from joining us on the program, or for participating in events. Whopper with cheese. I want a cheese Whopper.
Good morning, Miss Blair. Have you upgraded the software for Whopper this year?
Constantly. It's there.
Yeah, we just retubed it.
Yep, it's there. It is.
Yeah,
dialed in and ready.
It's ready. All right, so listen, I would say this fall, but this fall ain't but just around the corner as far as football starting.
Yeah, we'll have our first full week coming up in about 6 weeks.
That's what I was going to say. So, like, we got to get to building and working and all that on.
That'll be fun. What to figure out
setting it up,
who that week's contestant will be. We're gonna stack it the first one. We're gonna get our pals to do the first one.
Yeah, we got to.
And then it's got to be some kind of randomness to it to see who.
Well, we can do that.
Yeah,
we can do that. That's not a problem.
So our pals are gonna kick it off the first one.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Well, they hadn't agreed, but
they're doing it.
But I mean, as many of these magic shows as they've done, I mean, they would have zero problem doing this. Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean? Did the Colonel, did he get them booked for Porch Fest or not?
I don't know if he did or didn't.
I knew he was trying. He said it seemed like there might be some sort of contractual issues with their agent. I don't know who their agent is, but he whoever it is. So let's see. Yeah, I see that. Oh, let's see. Hold up. I had something else I wanted to ask you about. Oh, I know what it is. How are you on your quest for all things to do with space and that kind of thing? I know you had property and looking at property and all this and that kind of thing. So I'm just curious of where you are on all that.
Not a buyer yet, still just a looker. Paying attention to it, seeing how the market reacts to different things that are going on in our country and with the traditional economy.
Do you think that you think that's the future as far as for your estate investment wise?
I would think that I would be a player if none of us are promised tomorrow, right?
None of us.
If nature take its course and we're able to live into our 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever it may be, I would think that I would have a piece of my estate tied up in it at some point.
Well, now listen, that's something to hand down, isn't it?
Yeah.
You getting a piece of space.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty sporty.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, I know you have to remember this, when you could mail off and you could like either order or like buy a star. You remember that? Used to be in all those.
I do not.
Oh yeah, you could. I remember.
So this has been going on for a while.
Yeah, but not like you're talking about. This has just been like the whole star thing. You know, like you could buy one for your significant other or all of this. I don't necessarily know that you owned it.
Okay.
but you know, they had it. So Uh,
Come on with it, Shark. What'd you have? Cue it up.
okay, when I hear this, now I'm ready to see a blue robe, blonde hair, and the man.
I like that, Shark.
That's what I'm waiting on. But what is that? 2001? Yeah, Space Odyssey.
Space Odyssey.
Yeah, that's it.
Space Odyssey.
But most of us say, no, that's Ric Flair's entrance music. And has been forever. The man, the myth, the legend.
The Nature Boy.
The Nature Boy. There ain't just Jimmy Hoffa, the ultimate magic man.
He gone.
Yeah, that's a fact. Would not be a good investment right now with interest rates. I like they are. Look, man, what other show can you get sound financial advice like this on?
Yeah.
I mean, hold off on buying anything in space
Yep.
for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty sound advice, don't you think?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I like it. D-Tom ordered the Big Dipper, but they said they were out of stock. Kind of like DG and CPPs. What's a Big Dipper? Is that?
It's a constellation.
I know that, but I'm just trying to figure out if he's talking about the constellation or is he talking about something to, for their act.
You never know.
What you dipping into there, D-Tom?
You just never know.
When you said you could order stuff. Uh-huh.
You say so.
You say so. That's what I'd say. I promise you that's what I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
No, they got to be first.
Yeah.
You got to have them first. And then we can start random, whatever. But you got to have them first just because they wanted Whopper to be wrong. I mean, so many times last year.
Couldn't stand it.
They couldn't stand it.
Couldn't stand
I mean, they could not stand it.
It's going to be fun watching Whopper crush them.
The Big Dipper, a.k.a. the French dip at Arby's.
That's a good sandwich.
Yes, it is.
It's a good sandwich.
Yes, it is.
I like a French dip. I had one down in Baldwin County last week that was spot on.
Speaking of that, when's the last time you ate at your
I'll be there Friday.
your little place you like to eat at?
I'll be there Friday.
So you headed that
I'll be
way.
there. I'm going that way Friday.
Ah,
I won't be here Friday morning. I'm leaving Bruton, Alabama at 7:30, headed to Bay Minette, and when Robertsdale, when I finish, I will be at Addie and Pearl's or Pearl and Addie's, whatever it's called.
one of them names.
I'm going to be there.
Yeah. Elon lost $16 billion yesterday because Tesla stock went down that much.
Interesting.
Well, I'd say this: a bunch of tech stocks took a hammer yesterday. So, most of that stuff's real kind of volatile right now. Right? Actually, it's been going up. I mean, there's got to be some sort of correction coming. Now, I know DJ, he's going to let us all know that he can't touch or reach that, and you don't care.
Yeah.
D-Tom, I'm surprised DJ doesn't have on climbing gear due to the background. Don't forget the sweatband.
Watch it, pal.
Yeah, come on, Chef Adam. That sounds good. Sweatband? You mean like a headband?
Who knows?
So I saw somebody ask you a question in Word or somewhere. Like, what's wrong with tube socks?
Preferred footwear for me.
I can't. Yeah,
I don't have them on now, but yeah.
I'm trying to get. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying?
They just mock me. They mock, but they don't understand.
There you go. There you go, Chef Adam. Listen, that is definitely their theme song right there. That's it. Especially when they were dressed up like the two, what would you call them? Viking warriors, maybe. You know, with them pelts, as you call them.
When I think about them, I always think about both of them dressed up like Chevy Chase on European vacation when they go to the little festival downtown and he dresses up unbeknowingly like the guys that get up there and do the little dance and stuff. That's what I think of our pals. That's really how I see them. That's how I see them. Seriously.
I tell you what, man.
Could you see them in the Christmas parade, the Bruton Christmas parade, and maybe get BMP to put a float in and have them two up there doing that skit? Get some guys up there who can really swing the haymakers. Maybe get Peter Ray and 5 or 6, and just jack their jaws from East Bruton to the courthouse. And we could be down there with our mugs, everybody at Willie's place. They're coming through, just having a good time.
Be some jaw jacking.
Get the Methodist Church to ring that bell. Ding.
That's what Bullet Bob used to call it, some Georgia jaw jacking.
Yep.
That'd be comical. That'd be good. I'm gonna tell you what, that Christmas parade float competition has gotten crazy.
Yeah, it's no joke.
If you put a float in that parade and think you gonna win, you better come correct.
Yeah, you can get embarrassed in that deal.
You get embarrassed. You get your feelings hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, is that thing not turning into some sort of like mini kind of Mardi Gras? I don't mean Mardi Gras celebration, but I'm saying like those kind of floats.
It's a great float.
I mean, those floats
it's a great night.
Yeah, those floats are serious.
Yep.
You know, I don't know who you could say would be responsible for kind of starting all that craziness with them floats, but I think his initials are Rusty Miller, maybe. I mean, I just remember him doing all a bunch of crazy stuff on floats back when, like, people just used to put a trailer on the back of something and ride through town. You know what I mean?
Next level stuff now.
Yeah, he started doing all kind of crazy stuff. So, I thought he wanted to be Lee Simmons.
Who said that?
Michael Bell. I tell you, man,
More like Richard Simmons.
Listen, talking about Lee Simmons, I remember Lee been running around here singing for a long time. I don't know if he still does, but I know he used to. I want to know why DJ isn't an elf on Santa's float. There you go. Absolutely. Matter of fact, you and him I'll leave. That'd be great.
What?
Chevy Ann says she's going to come be a guest.
Yeah.
You and her could do the show.
Hey.
There's a whiskey barrel between you two.
Your thigh? My thigh. Your thigh. My thigh.
Oh, man, let's don't start that again.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. I
So you're telling me there's a chance.
Yeah. I'm telling you, when I thought I heard what I heard that morning, I was like, well, that's it. Okay, so looks like you got a guest coming here in the next week or two. So, but if it's in the next couple weeks, yeah, we'll be in the new place. So that'll be good. That'll work out good.
Hopefully that'll be right. It looked like if you read back up, it looked like Adam. Maybe DJ, you said you'll be out tomorrow. Is that right?
Yes.
Look like I'm asking.
Well, that's what
Think about bringing some treats there. That's what I was
I
reading the good part.
Yeah, I missed that. Yeah. Yeah, I that's right, Chef Adam, but I didn't I misheard. And thought and swore that DJ had misspoke and almost puked.
Yeah.
Whew, that was a rough one. All right, Mark, we got to roll. It's about that time.
And we're on the prime numbers. We're going out.
Okay, hold up.
Now.
Now,
We're
yeah.
20, yeah. Cue it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Perfect. It's been a great Thursday morning. Appreciate all of you being in with us. Hope you go on and have a great day. Be safe if you're out and about. Drink plenty of fluids. Shop local. Be nice. If you have some time to waste tomorrow, get back in here with Chef Adam and Kenwood, and they'll take you home as we head into the weekend. Y'all have a great day.